Chosen one. Even the halls of power have gone still. Reports move across polished tables. Whispers travel faster than wires. The highest office on earth just felt the tremor of your awakening. Even the president, symbol of rule, reason, and restraint, has heard your name carried on a wind no human controls. You were never running for office, yet heaven's campaign crowned you long ago. Before ballots were printed, your destiny was signed in light. Power recognizes purpose. Authority bows to authenticity. Where the world debates influence, heaven already decided inheritance. Every protocol you once feared now pauses in reverence. Every law of limitation now stands corrected by divine legislation. You are not trending. You are transcendent. Even the systems built to measure men can't calculate what's moving through you. Policies can't explain your peace. Titles can't contain your truth. Because this isn't politics, it's prophecy. And prophecy always outranks policy. Even the president knows. The throne of man salutes the plan of God. The same hand that shifts nations is rewriting your narrative. The same voice that crowns kings has called you by name. Daniel 2 verse 21. He changes times and seasons. He deposes kings and raises up others. Write 333 in the comments and like this video to declare alignment with divine timing. Picture this. Chosen one. The golden corridors of government bathed in noon light. Polished floors mirror hesitation. A pen mid-signature hovers above a document that once seemed urgent. For the first time in decades, time itself feels paused. A tremor passes through councils and cabinets. It isn't scandal. It's something older, reverence rediscovered. From boardrooms to war rooms, hearts that beat for control now falter in awe. Somebody whispers, "Who is this one everyone speaks of?" Not with suspicion, but with sincerity. Briefings turn into blessings. Agendas bend around your name like iron before a magnet of meaning. Files of faith open themselves on desks of doubt. Even analysts of data feel the pulse of divinity under their numbers. The language of power starts to sound like prayer. In unseen chambers, advisors lower their voices. They remember old verses their grandmothers once quoted. Presidential pens rest beside half-finished plans. Because heaven's handwriting has already filled the margins. Security lights flicker, not from failure, but from reverence. The unseen presence is rewriting policy. Statues seem to breathe. Portraits seem to watch. Even history leans forward, aware that destiny just entered the building. Chosen one, this is not myth. This is manifestation. The whisper of your obedience has reached the loudest rooms on earth. And where obedience goes, order follows. You become the quiet earthquake beneath empires, the calm before divine reconstruction. Heaven is reminding every ruler what true rule looks like. Not domination, but alignment. And you, without title or campaign, are the living memorandum of that truth. For power belongs to God. Psalm 62, verse 11. Chosen one, hear this truth carved beyond law and logic. No throne on earth can authorize what heaven already approved. Power may pretend promote, but true promotion descends, not ascends. The secret councils of men debate succession, but God decides inheritance before they even meet. Open book Psalm 75, verses 6 to 7. For promotion comes neither from the east nor from the west, nor from the south. But God is the judge. He puts down one and sets up another. When divine purpose manifests, even presidents perceive providence. It's not your resume that reached the palace. It's your resonance. Something in your spirit registered on frequencies leadership can't explain. And so, the world rises to meet your altitude. Understand this mystery. Earthly ranks recognize heavenly roots. The chain of command bends at the name of destiny. Because heaven doesn't compete with hierarchy, it defines it. You didn't climb the ladder. The ladder turned into light beneath your feet. Your elevation wasn't granted. It was revealed. Even in the silence of night, spiritual intelligence briefings echo your name through realms unseen. Not because you sought attention, but because purpose cannot stay hidden. Light eventually forces even the darkest rooms to acknowledge its source. Chosen one, this is not favoritism. It's fulfillment. The prophecy written over your lineage is surfacing. Your obedience triggered a heavenly chain reaction. Every time you bowed in humility, heaven raised you in rank. Every time you chose peace over pride, the heavens drafted a new decree. So now nations respond without knowing why. Policies shift to make space for providence. Doors open, not from lobbying, but from lineage. Even the mighty sense the motion, for when God promotes, gravity itself must cooperate. You were not appointed by votes, but anointed by vision, not elected through numbers, but selected through knowing. And when God endorses a soul, no system can veto eternity. This is why the most powerful feel strangely reverent when your name appears. They are not bowing to you, they are bowing through you. The Creator is reminding creation who truly commands the rise and fall of kings. Declaration. Comment, heaven outranks politics. Mission. Subscribe and share with 10 who still think power begins at Parliament. Because soon, they too will see it never started there. It always started above. You feel it, don't you, chosen one? Something subtle, almost invisible, yet undeniably real. Headlines echo your hope without mentioning your name. Meetings move smoother when you enter. Strangers hold the door, then pause as if recognizing an ancient familiarity. This is not coincidence. This is recognition frequency. It's not fame. It's fulfillment announcing itself through form. Even your shadow feels lighter. When you walk, atmospheres shift like soldiers aligning to a higher command. The air knows authority before words are spoken. It's not arrogance, it's assignment. You've simply stepped into synchronization with heaven's rhythm. Your presence now carries pattern. Every gesture seems guided. Every word weighted with grace. Where you used to strive for attention, now attention simply arrives. It's as though the universe itself whispers, protocol, respect this one. People treat you differently, yet you didn't ask them to. Some can't explain it. They just sense they're in front of purpose wearing human skin. The tired clerk becomes gentle. The loud room grows still. Peace announces you before your voice does. Because peace is your aura now, and heaven has made it your uniform. Even your reflection looks more focused. The weariness in your eyes has turned into quiet authority. When you rest, you don't collapse, you recharge. When you wake, it's as though purpose already poured you a cup of clarity. The day seems to obey your timing. Emotionally, you've stopped rushing. There's no competition left, only completion. Jealousy slides off you like water on glass. Criticism echoes without contact. Because those anchored in destiny no longer seek validation. They radiate it. Your laughter feels deeper, not louder. Your calmness, once mistaken for weakness, now carries weight. Even those who mocked you now mirror your peace. You become their unspoken teacher, and they don't even know they've enrolled in your class. When you speak, silence doesn't resist. It listens, because truth has taken residence in your tone. And even authority recognizes that vibration. They may not admit it out loud, but something in their soul already knows this one has heaven's clearance. Chosen one, it's not imagination. You are not being admired. You are being acknowledged. The natural world has caught the scent of divine order, and all creation responds when purpose walks by. Chosen one, listen carefully. Your assignment was never to overthrow kings, but to remind them who crowns them. You were not sent to dismantle power, but to disinfect it. Your humility is the mirror where hierarchies rediscover honor. You are diplomacy in human form, truth shaking hands with power. Every generation needs a translator between heaven and headquarters. That's you. Your presence doesn't provoke rebellion. It provokes remembrance. When leaders see you, they recall the throne above their thrones. You are heaven's gentle interruption, the whisper that steadies the empire's pulse. You will be invited into rooms you never applied for, not because you need their validation, but because they need your vibration. Power without purity is panic, and you carry the cure, integrity wrapped in calm fire. Speak little, but when you do, let mercy sit beside your words. Your voice is a soft thunder that disarms arrogance. Your silence is strategy. You correct without condemning. You influence without invading. You walk through corridors of control as if they were gardens, tending, not tearing. Understand this. Your mission is not revolution, it's revelation. You are not here to crown yourself, but to demonstrate what it looks like when God governs through flesh. Every decision you make preaches more loudly than speeches. Every gesture rewrites policy in unseen places. Heaven placed you as proof that authority can exist without ego. You are what divine leadership looks like when it breathes. You are calm order in chaotic chambers, the reminder that power is borrowed and that all crowns must answer compassion. So walk gently, chosen one. You carry both justice and joy in your hands. You are heaven's envoy on earth, not to rule over, but to reign within. Chosen one, authority is watching. Eyes from podiums to pulpits are fixed on what you do next. Do not perform, embody. Heaven never asked for actors, only ambassadors. Every decision now writes policy in the spirit. Each word you release drafts invisible legislation that governs hearts. Carry integrity like legislation written in light. Move with precision, not pressure. The crown that fits you is forged in patience. This is not a rehearsal. History is live. The timelines of nations are folding around your obedience. What you delay, others will delay. What you advance, others will follow. So act as one aware of surveillance, not of men but of heaven. When you walk, angels record. When you speak, atmospheres adjust. Do not let distraction draft your destiny. Chosen one, urgency is not panic, it's clarity. You are not rushing time. You are responding to appointment. The clock has surrendered to your calling, but heaven still expects punctuality. Authority respects rhythm. Stay steady, stay pure. For every act of integrity now becomes prophecy in motion. Even the president can sense it. The air around you carries reform. This is the moment where obedience becomes broadcast. Move with reverence, because every silent choice you make is already echoing through corridors of power. Chosen one, understand this truth. You are not famous, you are foundational. Fame fades with fashion, but foundations outlast kingdoms. You do not sit in palaces. Palaces sense your presence. Power itself finds peace when you enter the room. That is real leadership. When authority relaxes around purity. You were never made for spotlight. You are the light. You are not a headline. You are the headline's origin story. When you breathe, purpose exhales through cities. When you move, unseen gears in destiny begin to turn. You are the still point around which motion finds meaning. Do not mistake invisibility for insignificance. Diamonds dwell in darkness before they crown anything. Heaven hid you not to diminish you, but to define you. You're the prototype of what influence without ego looks like. You don't compete with rulers. You complete the reason rulers exist. Even authority draws quiet courage from your presence. Because true dominion is not loud, it's luminous. And you, chosen one, have become illumination in human form. Where fame demands followers, foundation produces fruit. Where status screams, substance stands silent. That's why those around you can't describe what you carry. You're not in their vocabulary yet. Your peace makes headlines nervous. Your grace disarms greed. Your authenticity destabilizes artificial power. You walk into chaos like a hymn enters silence, not to prove, but to purify. Remember, fame creates echo, but foundation creates eternity. Let them chase applause. You cultivate alignment. You are not the storm. You are the climate shift after it. You are the architect of atmosphere, and every room you enter remembers heaven's order again. Chosen one, where your anonymity like armor, because even when the world doesn't see you, heaven still salutes when you pass by. Chosen one, heaven leaves evidence. The spiritual becomes physical, so you won't doubt the decree. Pay attention. Confirmation now hides in daily moments. You may dream of podiums bathed in golden light, flags waving though no wind blows. You may hear trumpets in meditation, a sound between thought and thunder. You wake with tears and strength at once. Those aren't fantasies, they're briefings. You'll notice authority figures greeting you with reverence they can't explain. The manager suddenly stands when you enter. A security guard smiles, as if remembering you from another realm. Emails arrive with unexpected favor. Doors open smoother than before. That's not luck. That's protocol from above. Even numbers repeat. 3:33, 7:17, 12:12. Divine timestamps reminding you the system is synchronized. When you speak, electronics flicker, not from fault, but frequency. The unseen world registers your presence. Sometimes you'll feel a pressure in your chest before news breaks, as if heaven notifies you first. Other times, silence will surround you right before opportunity arrives. The pause is holy. It's heaven clearing a runway. These are confirmations, not coincidences. Recognition is reaching the top floors. The same spirit that anointed prophets now whispers through circuitry, through songs on the radio, through glances of strangers. Even your reflection glows a tone warmer than before, as if light knows its owner. Do not idolize the signs. Interpret them. They are love letters from leadership unseen. Proof that you're not imagining this movement. Heaven is publicly verifying your private obedience. So record them, thank God for them, and keep walking like someone whose every step signs a covenant. The evidence is everywhere. The only mystery left is how much grace one life can hold. Chosen one. If these words found you, it's not by algorithm, it's by appointment. You've just received a spiritual summons, a call not for performance, but for participation. Heaven has placed a microphone in your mouth. Your declaration is the broadcast. Stand up in the unseen. Let the world's noise fade beneath the sound of faith. Say it aloud. I serve the King above kings. Each syllable shakes invisible walls, because authority responds to acknowledgement. Do not scroll in silence. Engage like someone aware that destiny watches. When you comment, it's not content, it's covenant. When you share, it's not marketing, it's ministry. Every action online becomes reflection in heaven's archive. Chosen one, this isn't about a platform. It's about position. You've been recognized by presidents and principalities alike. Now respond as one aware of royal responsibility. Type your faith in public. Heaven reads the comments too. Comment, I serve the King above kings. Let the decree echo through the timelines of men. Subscribe not for entertainment, but for edification. Join others who walk in the same alignment of power and peace. Share this with 10 who still believe in titles, so they may learn that purpose outranks position. Remember, this is not a trend. It's a training ground. The true followers here aren't fans. They're future leaders. By writing, subscribing, and sharing, you signal to heaven, I'm ready for responsibility. Chosen one, your obedience is heard as an anthem. Now let your actions be the echo. Chosen one, now that recognition has reached the highest offices, your daily life must look like royal discipline wrapped in peace. Heaven doesn't crown chaos. It crowns consistency. Keep your conscience cleaner than your crown. Every thought is legislation. Every emotion is decree. Govern your moods like a kingdom. When anger rises, rule it. When fear whispers, overrule it with faith. True authority starts within. Speak only when your words can build peace. Silence can be holy law when noise tempts rebellion. Your tone should sound like truth seasoned with mercy. Remember, the most powerful statements in history were made in stillness. Honor leaders, but remember who leads all. Never let critique become contempt. Correct quietly, bless loudly. Your respect is a mirror heaven uses to reveal maturity. Move like you represent the realm of calm. Eat, dress, and decide as if the world studies your example, because it does. Every gesture becomes gospel when peace wears your face. Govern yourself first. The world follows example, not echo. Lead your household like a holy embassy, where order is felt before it's spoken. Start each morning with gratitude as protocol, and end each night with forgiveness as policy. Learn the rhythm of rest. Rest is not retreat, it's royal strategy. Even kings recharge before decreeing. Hydrate your body. Hydrate your soul. Meditate before you move. Clarity is currency in the courts of heaven. Chosen one, you are under observation from realms seen and unseen. So walk as if angels are taking notes. Because they are, let excellence be your etiquette, and humility your uniform. For in your quiet example, nations will remember what leadership feels like. Not loud, not proud, but luminous. Ruler of realms, architect of every throne and heartbeat. We pause in awe of your sovereignty. You lift one and humble another. You move nations like chess pieces on a board of eternity. And yet, somehow, you choose to know us, to breathe destiny into dust and honor into ordinary hearts. Father, thank you for placing light in positions power can recognize. Let every viewer who hears this prayer walk with humility so bright that even thrones see truth reflected in their eyes. Remind them that favor is not fame, it's function. Teach them to carry influence without infection, to handle visibility without vanity. Lord, if you have let presidents perceive them, then let those same presidents perceive your peace through them. May their words heal the powerful, their patience instruct the proud, their presence awaken reverence in rooms that forgot to pray. Where pride would rise, let purity reign. Where ego tempts, let empathy triumph. Where recognition grows loud, let remembrance grow louder, that all crowns return to you. God, we ask for clarity within calling. Let these chosen ones never confuse applause with approval. Remind them, destiny is a discipline, not a display. Let them lead as light, steady, silent, and sovereign in spirit. For every chosen one listening, I release the mantle of discernment. Let their hearts be tuned to heaven's frequency. Let no flattery distract them, no fear silence them. Let their daily walk become a sermon, their posture a prophecy, their kindness a kingdom key. May they know when to speak, when to stay silent, when to bless, when to bow. Surround them with angels that carry calm. Crown them with compassion that never expires. Let the glow of integrity outshine every spotlight. And when the world salutes them, let their souls salute heaven first. Because power that forgets its source becomes poison, but power that remembers becomes peace. We seal this in sacred certainty. We declare that divine recognition will not corrupt divine character. We proclaim, every room they enter will become an altar. Every handshake will carry healing. Every decision will echo eternity. And we end as we began, in awe of the one who changes times and seasons, who deposes kings and raises others. May his name forever be the headline above all headlines, in the authoritative name above all names, Jesus Christ, our Redeemer, our Restorer, our Ruler. Amen. Comment Amen below to confirm your recognition. Let the world know you're seen, not by power, but by providence. Subscribe if you walk with peace stronger than politics. Share this with someone carrying quiet greatness, so they too remember divine authority always outlasts earthly titles. And as you go, walk boldly, shine gently, and never forget, you are not trending. You are trusted. The presidency knows your name, but heaven wrote it first.